News, sponsored by Abbey Carpet and Floor in North Naples and now open in downtown Naples.
Laura Johnson. Tonight, we've got another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $250.8 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 18, followed by the number 17. Tonight, we're going to meet Lisa Hayes, who won $2 million playing Powerball. Congratulations, Lisa. Now, the rest of those numbers, we've got 38, 62, rounding it out with the number 2. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck, everyone, is 20, and your Power Play multiplier is 2. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
Fire crews are making progress on the Big Cypress fire that's been burning for a week.
Kids who go to Oasis charter schools in Cape Coral will soon have to walk through weapons detection systems to get to class.
Using the Tiger Tail Lagoon as a shortcut to the beach is a lot harder now after the city of Marco Island did some dredging work.
Food fight. DeSoto County plans to privatize school lunch, and not everyone is happy about it.
A new affordable housing community is coming to Collier County.
Thanks for joining us on Fox 4 News. I'm senior reporter Alex Orenczuk. Tonight, a man wanted for murder in Pennsylvania was arrested in Charlotte County, and during that arrest, deputies say the suspect tried to shoot them. That moment was all caught on camera.
Hand me on your back. Put your hands behind you. Taser! Get back! Get back!
The body camera video shows the moment deputies said 51-year-old Brian Hewson pulled out a hidden pistol and pointed it at deputies trying to arrest him. The sheriff's office said Hewson didn't have a round in the chamber, so it didn't fire. They said he continued trying to re-rack the gun even after he was tased.
Gun!
The sheriff's office said they pulled over the car he was in after getting a tip that it was linked to a string of burglaries.
Mr. Hewson was the passenger, but he did not want to reveal his identity at that time, likely because of the warrants that were out for his arrest.
One of those warrants was for a homicide in Pennsylvania. Chris Hall with the sheriff's office tells me when the deputies at the scene got that information, that's when they moved in to arrest him.
At that time, the sergeant says, okay, we're going to need to place you under arrest. Please put your hands behind your back. And the suspect immediately started to pull away, resist, and fight with the deputies, and very quickly drew the firearm.
He said it's a situation that could have ended much differently if the deputy hadn't already had his taser in his hand. In a statement from Sheriff Bill Permel, he says Hewson is lucky to be alive.
Our deputies are trained to respond to lethal force with lethal force. If you aim at our deputies, we will put you down.
Hewson's being held in the Charlotte County Jail without bond and facing multiple felony charges.
You can still smell the smoke driving past parts of Big Cypress National Preserve, but flames have largely moved away from the main roads. Driving off State Road 29 on Monday, most of the fire near the road appeared to be contained, though I did see one active flame, but firefighters were there. They've made progress in recent days, with crews working inland to contain the fire that's now spread across more than 35,000 acres.
We smell the smoke a little bit, and then that ashes, them little ashes that come and stuff like that. We were sitting outside.
Christine Burchess has lived in the community of Copeland for years and says firefighters recently went door to door warning her and neighbors they may have to evacuate. She says her kids have been her biggest concern, but the smoke has gotten better.
We think it's sad, because a lot of kids and everything living, and we don't hope it don't come this far for the kids.
Long-awaited rain showers moved through the area, and FOX4 meteorologist Trent Eric says more rain is possible this week. A spokesperson for the National Park Service told me Monday afternoon that at least 38% of the fire had been contained. Meanwhile, the exact cause of the fire is still under investigation. Reporting in Collier County, Mahmoud Bennett, Fox 4.
And we have received an update from the National Park Service on the latest on the national fire. And great news tonight, 53% contained as the firefighters continue to work this 35,000-acre fire, still threatening 100 different structures. So, of course, they want to continue to get this under better control. But so far, definitely seeing that progression that we like. And the recent rainfall definitely helping as well. And even if that location didn't receive much in the way of active weather today, just having the extra moisture in the air helps as well. Now, speaking of wet weather, those showers are now clearing out of Sanibel as well as Captiva. So those showers are now shifting offshore. And then tomorrow, we'll see another round of spotty rain showers develop. But as of now, based upon the latest data, I am pulling back those probabilities to around 20%. And for your Wednesday, they will stay on the limited side. Thursday right now looks to be the most promising day for some of that much needed rain across southwest Florida. But bottom line, we are definitely seeing that opportunity for daily showers and storms, exactly what we'd like to see. Now, tomorrow morning, quite a treat if you are up nice and early. You might be able to catch a blood moon. That's right, a full lunar eclipse. It will be peaking right around 6:30 in the morning. We'll talk more about that and what you can expect in your 7-day forecast coming up.
Fort Myers police are investigating a deadly motorcycle crash. It happened on 4th Street and Evans Avenue Monday afternoon. All lanes were blocked for some time from MLK to Evans. The road has since reopened. No word yet on what caused that crash. On Monday, Fort Myers city leaders approved funding for the demolition of the water tower at the IMAG History and Science Center. Community correspondent Miyoshi Price talked with the executive director of IMAG on what this could mean for the community.
You probably drive by this a lot. The IMAG water tower, well, it could be coming down. I'm your Fort Myers community correspondent Miyoshi Price, and I came to find out why it might be demolished.
So for it to be removed, it's like removing a piece of my childhood.
Growing up in Fort Myers, Sharitha Davis is very familiar with this, the IMAG water tower. It was built in 1937 as part of the city's water treatment system, and it became a landmark when the Imaginarium opened in 1995. It's even in the IMAG's logo.
Every time I was headed into downtown, that would be my indicator that is IMAG, that's the Imaginarium.
IMAG Executive Director Matt Johnson says the city, which owns the tower, has been weighing options for it for years.
The engineers came in and said it would take significant rebuilding for it to continue to be safe.
Davis says she understands the safety concern, especially with children using the space.
They do summer camps and all type of different activities. So safety is a good concern to bring it down, but also what can we do to keep it?
Losing the tower also means losing a major visual marker. Right now, drivers on Martin Luther King Boulevard can spot the 200-foot tower from a distance. Once it's gone, that visibility disappears.
The city has been worked with us on that.
Council will decide whether to give more than $100,000 for a new canopy and signage for the property. Not everything will be lost, though. Engineers will preserve the bottom 20 feet of the tower's legs. As for the rest, Davis has an idea.
Make some artwork out of it, put it in the middle of the field.
In Fort Myers, Miyoshi Price, FOX4.
DeSoto County plans to privatize school lunch, but the local teachers union has some concerns. I'm Arcadia community correspondent Hunter Walterman, and I sat down with both sides.
Before a student gets good grades, they need a good meal.
One of the biggest drivers, I believe, of academic achievement is nutrition.
DeSoto County Superintendent Bobby Bennett says that's why the district plans to outsource school lunch. He argues a private company can get a better deal on better food.
You know, we think that meal variety, menu selections will be better. We think the food quality will be better.
That's raising red flags with the local teachers union.
So financially, there's no reason why they need to outsource.
Wilfredo Tolado is with the Florida Education Association and questions whether a private company is a good fit for public schools.
So where's the profit coming from? It's got to come from somewhere. Either increase meal prices, cut back on the quality of the food, or cut back on salary and benefits.
The superintendent disagrees. He says the contract will be entirely covered by the federal government.
I would say Wilfredo's 100% wrong. Wilfredo, you don't have a clue about that, my man. The way you save money is you buy in bulk.
Current employees can choose to stay with the district or work for the new company. The district hasn't made a final decision, but the change would happen this summer. In Arcadia, Hunter Walterman, FOX4.
Some of my neighbors used to use Tiger Tail Lagoon as a shortcut to the beach, but now it is much harder. I'm your FOX4 Marco Island community correspondent Eric Lovelace, and I will tell you what's stopping them.
This preserved old Florida island is coming back thanks to some homeowners. In FOX4's Bella Line, I'll show you what Usepa Island looks like now.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect. Judge Judy never misses a beat.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 on Fox 4.
Some of my neighbors used to use Tiger Tail Lagoon as a shortcut to the beach, but now it is much harder. I'm your Fox 4 Marco Island community correspondent Eric Lovelace, and the city tells me it was never meant to be another way to the water. Marco Island neighbors
I walk out here every day.
Love their beaches.
And I love it. It's paradise.
Especially Tiger Tail Beach. And my neighbor John Sedelko tells me many neighbors cut across the lagoon to get there.
I've never personally done it, but I've seen a lot of people walk across.
But recently on Facebook, some of my neighbors asked why the water's deeper. I connected with Muhammad Dabis, a city engineer, to get some answers.
This channel is meant to maintain the flushing of the dead end of the lagoon.
The lagoon is a critical wildlife area. The city dredged it in February to help with water flow and the ecosystem's health.
The maintenance that we do is roughly between 1% and 5% of the actual project.
DeBeast worked on the project to restore this ecosystem after Hurricane Ian destroyed it in 2022. DeBeast says each year will bring different levels of maintenance depending on storm activity.
Wading across and having a lot of foot traffic on environmentally sensitive grounds are not going to thrive or reestablish if we have a lot of foot traffic on it.
So my neighbors may have a longer walk. One Sedelko tells me he's happy to take.
I think to protect this and to increase the ability for the birds to nest here is very important.
In Marco Island, Eric Lovelace, Fox 4.
Thanks for joining us here in the Fox 4 Weather Center. Well, finally, some much-needed rain across southwest Florida. And now I know those downpours today were isolated similar to yesterday, but the spots where we saw those showers set up shop, much needed rain for sure. East Naples, that was our hotspot. That's where we picked up 1 1/3 inches in the rain gauge. Wonderful news there as our severe to extreme drought continues, of course, across Collier County. For the Southwest Cape, we picked up around 1.25 inches. For Sanibel, just over 1 inch officially coming in. St. James City around 0.8 or so. Golden Gate around 2/3 of an inch. Everglades City around 1/2 inch. And Northport, not too shabby, receiving 0.4 in the rain gauge. Let's take you live now. Let's head outside. Still dealing with a decent amount of cloud cover tonight, though we are starting to see those showers clear out of southwest Florida. So gradually I am expecting those clouds to be clearing out. And that's great news for a little treat that we have in store for tomorrow morning. So those showers are continuing to pull offshore. And at this point, those showers are now wrapping up on Sanibel as well as Captiva. This is the treat I'm talking about. We have a full lunar eclipse in store. For those of you up dark and early tomorrow morning, the partial eclipse will begin at 4:50. So the lunar eclipse basically is when the Earth passes in between the moon and the sun, and it gives us kind of that blood moon look. So it's going to be a reddish moon. Totality will begin right around 6 a.m. Maximum eclipse expected just after 6:30. So it should be quite a neat sight to see. And that's kind of what it's going to be looking like, kind of that deep reddish hue. So that is my #1 weather headline. Very exciting for that total lunar eclipse tomorrow morning. Otherwise, the big weather headlines, temperatures feeling more like spring. Mid to upper 80s are expected as we take you through the rest of the work week. Definitely staying on the warm side. And of course, with the heat and humidity, that will set us up for the opportunity for isolated to scattered showers and storms each afternoon. So let's take you through it hour by hour. We'll kick off tomorrow morning with those mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Everything nice and quiet. Lots of sunshine here right around 12 noon. Then after 3 p.m., that's when a couple of hit and miss showers will start to develop. Overall, though, not expecting quite as much activity on radar tomorrow compared to what we've seen the last couple of days. 20% rain chance in the forecast for tomorrow, increasing just a touch for your Wednesday. But again, expecting the easterly winds to continue. So that will generally keep our weather quiet for the first half of the day. But after 3 p.m., that's when we'll see that better opportunity for those developing showers, an isolated storm or two. Not out of the question for your Wednesday. But as for tomorrow morning, clearing conditions are expected. Again, the peak of that lunar eclipse right around 6:30 or so. Morning temperatures will be starting off in the low to mid 60s. Heading into the afternoon, we have that 20% rain chance. A little breezy at times. I'm expecting some easterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, but your temperatures feeling like spring. We will be running in those mid-80s. And for our boaters hitting our local waterways, winds will be out of the east, becoming northerly in the afternoon, 5 to 10 knots. Gulf seas a foot or less, light chop for those inland waterways and bays. And we'll stay in those mid to upper 80s as we head through the rest of the work week and look ahead to the weekend. Afternoon storms on tap, looking ahead to Sunday.
Collier County's new Las Palmas community is bringing affordable housing to Naples. I'm Fox 4's community correspondent Victoria Quevedo, and I'll tell you who's building these homes and why.
Think you're good at trivia? I definitely know this one. Put your answers in the right order to create the perfect line.
Weekdays at noon on Fox 4.
A new neighborhood is coming to Collier County. I'm Fox 4's community correspondent Victoria Quevedo, and Las Palmas is bringing 210 affordable homes to families in the area, thanks to Habitat for Humanity of Collier County. The dream of owning a home in Collier County has felt out of reach for many people, like Tanner Beliers.
It was very difficult with a regular mortgage loans because the interest rates are very high and the housing is very high as well.
Tanner and his wife Miriam both live and work in Naples. They've had to move multiple times, but this past Friday, everything changed.
He said, "Congratulations, we have been approved for this opportunity," and we were just looking at each other with my wife, and I felt so grateful and excited in that situation.
They were approved for Habitat for Humanity's program, which offers zero-interest home loans. Every family in the program must put in sweat equity, so they help build their home and their neighbors' homes.
I will do some work for this construction, and it feels me like I'm doing something for this. I'm not just the applicant. I'm really a worker for this construction site as well.
Kara Kula-Harris is the COO at Habitat Collier. She says stories like Tanner's are very common in this community.
This community is in an absolute crisis when it comes to affordable housing. The people who live and work in this community are not able to afford to live here. Rent prices have skyrocketed over the last few years, so families have really struggled.
The community will be built in 2 phases. Phase 1 will have 60 condos. Phase 2 will have 150 homes, a mix of condos and townhomes. The goal is to finish in 2028.
This community, not just a home for us, but also stability, safety, and the hope for our future.
In Naples, Victoria Quevedo, Fox 4.
Let's get you all set for tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny skies are expected with those temperatures starting off in the mid-60s. Afternoon highs continuing to run above average in the mid to upper 80s across southwest Florida. We'll have a 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm.
Name something you do while you're working out and making love.
I push myself. Come on.
Family Feud.
Family Feud, weeknights at 7 on Fox 4.
If you want to see more news from your neighborhood, turn to Fox 4. On air, online, streaming on every platform. Fox 4 in your community.